Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Katie and this is Katie6. So thank you so much guys. I see you and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for liking, subscribing and commenting. So okay, I'll just address a few questions and then I'll just get straight to the video. So Silja was asking the requirements of, like, if someone is interested in coming to Germany, they need your certificate, your O-level certificate, like you have to have 5 like O-levels, and then they need basic language, like your certificate A1, that is A1. A1 is just basics, but it depends with like what you want to do here. If you want to come as an Aupair, and then you can just do the basics, but if you want to come as a student, then you need B2. B2 is like you can communicate, you understand better, but the language is not that easy, especially when you are on the other side of the world. So yeah, you need time, but B2 at least you can understand and communicate, so it's better. So those are the two important things, guys. Exactly, your language and your certificate, your metric. If you're in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in other parts of Africa, maybe it's all level. So okay, then Treasure was asking if I can like help him come to Germany. It depends. What help do you need? If you need information, I'm there. You can ask anytime. And then if I find time, I'm a student and I'm working. So if I find time, like I'm just gonna do a video. So if I'm not at work, I'm at school. If I'm not at school, I'm at work, or maybe I'm free. But then sometimes when I'm free, I need my space. I need, yeah. So, but well, I'm there if you have questions. So and then Sarah was asking if the guy who brought me here, or my teacher, is if he's still conducting the lessons and bringing people this side. The answer to that question, like, I'm not really sure. I'm still asking, like I haven't gotten the answer, but I'm sure he's still doing it. I don't know, guys. After COVID, so many businesses got shut down. So I'm not so sure if he continued or whatsoever. But I think he's still doing it. I'll still search. If I find the answer, then I'm just gonna come here and tell you guys. Okay. So okay, thank you so much. I saw like everyone that I've told about my channel, they subscribe. Some of you guys subscribe even before. So thank you so much. Okay, so okay, the video for today is just me talking about how I was welcome in Germany and how like my experience was, and like my family in general, how they treated me, and how we, everything, like my duties, and how like if I will advise you guys to do Aupair or not. But then at the end of the day, the choice is yours. So okay, when I was still back home, as I was looking for the family, I got 3 families. The first one had 3 kids, but then the ages, I didn't really like their ages, because I had set specific age, like age group, So plus they were 3, I was like, I don't want to just put like pressure on myself, 3 kids, you can imagine. So then the second family had two kids. They were boys, 11-year-old boys. Everything was perfect with the family. Everything was fine until we're just we're just calling each other with the family, getting to know each other. And the mom was like, okay, my boys have a problem of playing with electricals, sometimes they are really difficult to deal with and everything. So I really need your help, But the way she was talking, you could see that, okay, these kids are problematic. I was like, no. Angifune stress phansi kwami, angifune stress. If ehlula abazali babo mina ibenza bakwanisa ngathi ngeke. So I was like, bro, if you can't control your kids, so who am I, like coming down there from Africa? Like, can you imagine, guys? So I was like, this one is just gonna give me problems. Because like, yeah, you can imagine, guys, 11-year-old with was stubborn njani abanye, yo. So when then you are coming there telling them, no, don't do this, don't. I was like, no, okay. I left that family. And then then came this family. They had 2 kids. That was the family that I chose. 2 kids, 2.5 years, and the other one was 8 months, guys. I like babies, so I was so happy. Then yeah, the family chooses you first, and then like you can maybe communicate and see if everything goes well. So that's how we do it, that's how we did it and everything. So I like their profile, guys. Their profile was so perfect, it fit everything, so I was like, okay, let me just try this family. I had a good feeling about the family. Like you can feel it inside, like, okay, they seem to be a nice family, but then at the same time you'll be like, not so sure, like, what if I go there and then something comes up, but then okay, then I ended up saying, okay, yes, I'm taking this family. And then they everything processed everything. So when I came hit this side, it there wasn't anything new, like, about them. Everything that was on the contract, like how they described the house, how the kids, the ages and everything was in order. And then so what I can say is my family was good. They are still good because we still communicate. This year I visited them like in February. I had a mini holiday. So the kids were good, guys. They treated me well. And because the 2.5 years, like, of course, like any other kids, sometimes we'll fight, but still he was my friend, like. And then the younger one was 8 months. I spent a lot of my time like with the younger one. Mom will go with the as of 2.5, like to buy groceries and, like, yeah. So I spent the rest of like my Aupair time with the younger one. So my duties, guys. So my duties were, as I was treated fairly. My family was very fair. They know, like, umuntu, like, everything. I never felt like left out. I never felt like I didn't belong there. I never felt like I was just, I was treated really well, guys. Even if the visitors came, everything was just, we were family, so to say. Let me describe it as we were a family. I wasn't really like a worker, no, we were family. They were like my siblings, in a way. And that's how I took it, because I was like, okay, if you tell yourself you're working, then you're just gonna have a problem. I played with the kids like they were my siblings, even more. I took care of them even like better than my siblings, because sometimes your siblings are like, but like, so yeah. Also, my experience was really good. So my duties were like the most important things, guys. I took care of the family. I took care of the kids. I made sure they ate. I made sure they were happy. As long as the kids were happy, the other things just came later, So they were always happy, and we played a lot, and it was just, yeah. So okay, let me first talk about what mom did, because at the end of the day, it's just meeting each other like at the center, So mom did like grocery shopping, everything with that we needed at home. She went like as you know, guys, you're taking care of kids, yes, but it made everything easier when, like, he went with the other one, like the 2.5, so that, sometimes when kids are young, they fight and everything, but then she was just taking the other one, and then ngisalela mitshaya ngumoya, you understand, lo mncane engalala, I'll just have my free. And yeah, until maybe the other one maybe sometimes come from kindergarten, but then everything was like, in terms of time, was better, because the other one would go to kindergarten, and then the other one just, so mom was doing einkaufen, grocery. She was doing cooking. She loved cooking. Oh my god. Okay, mom was a Chinese, and my host father was Deutsch, like German. So I had to experience like different cultures, guys, like Chinese culture, how their food, oh my god, their food tastes like, I don't know, it's really nice. It's really, really nice, guys. Taste amnandi. If you have a chance, just go to a Chinese, not just any other, but a rich Chinese, like, restaurant uzobona guys ukuthi ukudla kwakhona it's just different and it's nice. I really like it, Shem. So she used to cook, she used to just cook different dishes, like, you know, she's really a good cook. I miss her food sometimes. Her dishes were really like perfect, you know. So she will cook and then I'll just do tidying up, you know, like so that everything is in order. And then she did also washing for the kids, for herself, for Papa, and you know, I was supposed to wash for the kids, but then she did everything. So it made it also easier for me. So then I would just iron and then pack in the wardrobe. So like she made me halfway, like, so. And then we had a cleaning lady. She used to come once a week, every Wednesday. So what I was doing is just making like an effort so that everything just stays in order, you know. Honestly speaking, like I feel like my Aupair was maybe let's say 90%, because, like, you know, some days rains, some days sun shines, but then in terms of treatment, I was fairly treated. I was fairly like everything. I liked everything, guys, honestly speaking. Angibakhulumeli ukuthi like it in no, angibakhulumeli Shem. Because there were so many au pairs who were complaining about their families. Some were changing families and everything, but I didn't change my family. I did it for 1 month, for 1 year. And even I found my FSO, like my voluntary work before, like it was six months, no, maybe 8 months or so before I ended my Aupair. Like I still had some months left, and I just couldn't leave them like that because I found my my FSO and everything. No, I waited until our contract, like, you know, how we agreed everything. Because some au pairs, like when they found voluntary work, they just leave. They don't care if you still have an au pair. They don't care if kids need this and that, you know. They will be just happy and want to just leave. But I had to stay, like, and until they got another au pair, you know, because I wasn't thinking about myself only. I was also thinking about my family, and that comes from how they treated me. So, you know, we're just thinking for each other. And yeah, paperwork, when it comes to paperwork, visa and everything, if I had like questions, they will help me, you know. I don't know, guys, I just wish that most people, like, who are really interested in coming to Germany, they can just come as au pairs. I feel like au pairs gives you this angazi ukuthi ngathini, guys, yakutrainer like njenge-soldier, njenge-soldier, you know. Iyakwenza ukuthi like uqine, you know, uqine, ube strong, because you'll be there for yourself, like in terms of mentally, you'll be there for yourself. Physically, you have to be fit every day, you know. Playing with kids, you have to be like a child, you know. You just have to be like a child. God, if you take yourself like as this, you know, you always, you know, you have to be a child for you to enjoy the journey and everything. So if it's possible that you want to come this side and you still have time and you are young, I'm talking about younger people, you know, it's better for you to come as an au pair. Then you can learn even like the German rules, how people do this, how people do that, you know. Yeah, I think like as an au pair, it's not easy as it sounds like. Mina phela I've gone through that, so it's okay. Like when I'm talking, you know, it's maybe it's a little bit, but then it's not as easy as, you know. Because if it was that easy, then most people wouldn't just change families, and most people wouldn't quit. But it's not everyone who comes this side who stays. Some people be like, no, I can't do this, you know. But then if you know your goal, you will just hold on and push and make sure that, okay, you finish your course, you know. So, but I'll advise everyone, like, to just start as an au pair. Because you will, sometimes there are things that when you are up there, and yeah, maybe I'm saying up there, but when you're up there, guys, and you look down and you look where you came from, you will realize that, okay, this thing made me really strong. You need to be strong, guys, out there. Remember, you are far away from your family, you are alone, they speak different language, and it's difficult sometimes for you to just communicate or to understand. So you have to be there for your own, like, each man for himself, God for us all situation. But thank God, because I had a family that understood everything, and they were really helpful. They were helping me, Shem. Even my voluntary work, I didn't apply alone. That they did like help me in everything, emailing, calling, because I was speaking English, like with the family, helping kids to learn English. So for me to, of course, I went to school like to upgrade my German, my Deutsch, but still, if you're speaking in English at home and you're only at school, like 4 hours, after that the whole time you're speaking in English, it's not gonna be easy for you to upgrade. So yeah, like it was like maybe little bit of a setback in terms of learning the language, but at the same time it made my Aupair easier, because I communicated with the language that I understood, so I didn't want to make any mistake and everything. I understood the my duties. If I had problem, I will ask and everything. So it made my Aupair very easier. But then, yeah, when time goes on, guys, if you stay here, then obviously, like, you speak German, you'll be forced. Because after Aupair, I had no chance of speaking English, It's not everyone who speak English. It's not everyone who understand English. It's not everyone who has interest in speaking English. Some people were born and raised here. They've never, like, spoken any other language. They speak only German. So you have to know German. If you want to stay in Germany, learn German. Otherwise, it won't be easy for you and you won't like it. So yeah, now I understand. Obviously, like, I'm at school, you need to, everything is taught in German. So, like, yeah. But yeah, guys, that was my experience as an Aupair. Yeah, it was good. I can't complain, honestly speaking. I can't complain. And I'll advise people to just start as an Aupair, especially if you're still young. Yeah, start as an Aupair, because if you come here and start as like FSO and everything, it's okay, yes, but it's okay to just like uhambe kulolu hambo nje, something different nje, yeah. So I hope it's just gonna help other people who still want to come here as au pairs and everything. So yeah, if you have any questions about being an au pair and everything, like the paperwork, guys, I hluphi, because everything lama stages, you just extend your visa, blah blah blah, but akuhluphi as long as ulapha and the family is helpful, akuhluphi shem. So